Hello. It seems we are live. Hello, how's everyone doing this fine afternoon here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where I'm at anyway. I am here chilling out here today. Uh just yeah, Britton Social Club. This is the show we have on Sundays when, I'm bored and don't have much else to do. So yeah, not really much else to say aside from glad to be here. So sorry if I don't see your comments right off the bat. I am gonna be busy with my oh well uh sorry. Totally not narcissistic at all. But yeah, it's a bit tired today. I didn't really sleep well last night, but I'm here. So I'm functional. That's what matters. At least I hope so. Well, we're not that stream yet, John, but thank you though for the congratulations. It's I honestly can't believe that we're actually here. Um so yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. But yes, on the 12th of December, I will be having a stream where I will be celebrating the fact that I'm graduating college. I'm doing it the day before I graduate, so I know it's kind of weird, but it's where we're at the moment. Yeah, so I'm gonna be graduating college soon. It's an odd sensation because I've been going to school for most of my life up to this point, and now I'm not gonna be doing that, and I get to go to the ever dreaded adult world that everyone's always telling me about. Hopefully, I'll do all right. What is your degree again? It is in professional media, or in other words, journalism. So, yes, I'll be a part of the almighty fake news, as you will. I'm just kidding. I will not be a part of at least fake news organization. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, no, it's not a really great time to be a journalist because there's a lot of hostility towards journalism at the moment. Some of it fair, some of it not so much. Right? What the hell? Aaron has Teddy Roosevelt on now as his. And okay, this here. And then. Yeah, I don't really watch the news. I'm not a very good journalist, I'll admit, but I don't I don't really follow the news as very closely because all honesty, a lot of it is partisan crap. And there's worse things to do with my time. Or I'd say there are better things to do with my time. Better ways to spend my time rather than getting angry at stuff. Even though I already get angry at stuff. So Yeah, there we are. Yeah, so I'm just chilling here today. I don't know how many people are gonna show up because, uh, we are. I am not a very big channel, so it's not like 100 people are just gonna show up in like 5 minutes, like they generally do. But on other channels anyway. But I'm here to hang out with the couple people. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty hard anti-communist as well, so I definitely understand where you're at. But I don't really. I voted in the last couple elections, and now I'm like, you know what? I don't want to fucking do that anymore. It's ridiculous. I don't really believe in any of these candidates. Is the thing. And I'm like, what? I don't want to vote for someone I don't believe in just because someone says I should do it. You know. Anyway. But yeah. So what am I reading? Well, I am. I finished Vineland the other night, which was a very frustrating book in a lot of ways. Um, but really fascinating a lot of other ones. I'm actually hoping to have a conversation about it with Raf sometime in the near future, so I won't say too much more. Because Raf's actually rereading it right now, so I won't say too much more because I want to save a lot of my thoughts for the actual conversation. But I'm still reading Pale Fire by Nabokov, which is a really interesting kind of literary experiment. It's like a fake it's a fake book in a weird way. It's like a meta commentary on like criticism. So yeah, it's quite interesting. There's also a poem in there. Poem's really well done. And there's a lot of good rhyming. But yes, it's just that's kind of where we're at the moment. And also, I will probably be starting December out with another book by one of my favorite crime authors, Dennis Lehane. Going to be reading Small Mercies, which is his newest and so far his last book. Hopefully, it's not his last book because, Dennis Lehane is really good, and it would be a damn shame if he stopped writing books. But he seems to be focusing on TV at the moment, and this is the last novel he gave us for a while. So there you go. Hello, Tharnall. How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Take your time. Take your time. Just chilling here with like the three people who watch this. I'm probably one of them because I like to watch over the stream while I'm going at it. That's not the right word. That's not the right word for it, but again, I've only slept for like 6 hours, so it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Dispatch. Well, I did send out my links to everybody, so or well, not links, but I sent out the link to this show, so anyone who wants to watch can feel free to. So yeah. Oh, it's a comic. Oh, okay. I like Invincible more than The Boys. I think The Boys is it's interesting, but I don't think it's one of Ennis's best works for sure. It's I won't say it's not awful, but it's not great either. There is some greatness in it, like Butcher Baker Candlestick Maker is probably the best It's probably the best arc in that book, which makes sense because it has Billy Butcher in it, and he's like the best character in that whole series. So, oh, it's a video game. Well, okay. I'll have to find it on my PS5 if they even have it on there. Ah, yes, I think I remember you telling me about this. At least the Telltale part, like Telltale, which is always good because that was a really good video game company for a while there. Um, but yeah, not too much is going on my end. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty recently because I don't know, I'm just bored, I guess. And I don't really have a lot of other video games to play that I really want to play at the moment anyway. So, yeah. Well, again, Tharnal, I haven't played that game, so I don't know. So I haven't really given it much thought. Well, I'm hoping to sneak in Small Mercies by Dennis Lehane. I was just talking about that. Before December ends, and then Pale Fire. I'm hoping to complete that before the year's over. I'm also hoping to read The Great Win by Alan Moore before the end of the year, so we'll see how that goes. For comics, I'm going to be reading Jeff Lemire's Maze book, and I might also read some of the World of Black Hammer because I had a friend of mine who gave me a copy of the omnibus of the World of Black Hammer, which is basically like the side stories that aren't being told in like the main continuities. Well, okay, I guess it is in the continuity, but it's basically all the side stories that happen in the same world that aren't the main story of our gang on the farm, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I'm just kind of playing it by ear at this point. I'm kind of ready for 2026. Yeah, it's a great series. It's real good. I really enjoy it a lot. I actually think it's the one comic aside from like Watchmen that really not only explores the superhero genre but does something really unique and interesting with the genre. Turns into more like a Twilight Zone thing, which is really quite neat. I think it's um quite good. I actually recommended it on my most recent video to Steve Donahue and Michael K. Bonch to do Epic Comic Book Wednesday on their channels. And I'm like, I think you guys would like Black Hammer because that has some old school kind of superhero stuff that you like. And I know they're not really into the like modern comic book industry as we know it today because of, reasons. I think Steve more than Mike. Michael seems a bit more open-minded. Steve is like, no, because he's quite stubborn. I'll be honest. I don't even think the boys they don't really have a lot of heroes. Like the only like hero is like Annie and maybe like Huey, and even then, Huey's kind of a candy ass. So, I've only read the first it's called a Metro book, but it's basically like a little omnibus. It's really good. It's really, really good. I really enjoyed Astro City. And The Boys, I think, has some merit. I know a lot of people hate on it, and for valid reasoning. It's not a pleasant read, I'll say. Um I think that um I think the editor could have reined Garth Ennis in a little bit, but that didn't happen. Um, it's an interesting work of Ennis. I don't know if it's one of his best though. I actually, again, kind of spoilery for maybe the end of the year, but the best comic I read this year was from Garth Ennis. So there you go. Wasn't superhero related, so there you go. But yeah. But yeah, no, I liked Astro City. It's a good series, at least so far. I need to read the rest of it, but I have the first Metro book over there. I want to really pull it out because again, I'm kind of just being lazy at the moment. It's a Sunday, you know. Um, but yeah, I think Astro City's up there with like Invincible and even Black Hammer is really great. Like superhero, but like it's a different take on superheroes, so you know you can appreciate it. Not quite as dark as Watchmen, which is quite nice because you know you can only take so much, guys. Ah, man. Oh, Ida's here. Hello, Ida. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Just chilling out here for a little bit. You know, feeling kind of tired, but I'm alive. So that's what counts in the end. That's good, Ida. That's good. Not tired. That's also good. Uh, yeah. Just I woke up and it was like 8 in the morning. I'm like, this is bullshit, and I tried going back to sleep, and it just didn't work. So yeah, and then my dog started to howl forlornly in the morning. I'm just like, are you? God damn! She always does it when my parents go to church. So I'm just kind of like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But you know, so you know, it's been fun. So I'm just like, screw it. I'll just wake up. I'll just tough it out. That's what I'm doing here. So oh Lord, that's not fun. Just going. "Meow, meow." Yeah, my cat sometimes does that. Like the other day, she came into my room and just started meowing. I was like, "Oh my god!" So I had to get up and let her out. I think she was just trapped in my room, and she was like, "Get me out of here!" And I was like, "All right." So I let her out. It was it was a good time. My cat is out hunting. That's nice. I just my cat likes to go outside, climb on the fence, and on occasion she'll get into fights with other cats cuz I once ran into her and she had like a cut on her forehead, on her head like right there. And I was like, what happened?" And of course, you know, she just kind of toughed it out. I was like, "Okay, well." I remember my mom told me one time that she saw my cat and um some other cats in the neighborhood were just like hissing and fighting each other, which is just, and my cat's generally friendly. Like she gets along with most people. She doesn't like other cats. Hello, Mac. How you doing? I did have a very good Thanksgiving. It was actually kind of nice. We had a bunch of people over at my house, and it was a bit crazy, but we managed to get it together. So, even managed to upload Days of Our Sooners. And Jerome's here. Hello, Jerome. How you doing? Glad to see the usual suspects are corralling over here because I was like, oh crap! I know Evie's having her thing, and she has way more subscribers than me, so I'm kind of fucked over here, but it's fine. But yes, I did have a good Thanksgiving. Uh, yeah, it's weird how cats are. It's kind of funny. I kind of think of them as it's like having autism, you know. Also, my cat doesn't really like when a bunch of people show up. She likes to just hole up in my room when like a bunch of people show up at my house. So, that's just where we're at the moment. Um, but no, there weren't any fights or nothing. Everyone was getting along. We had good food. My uncle um made some ribeye that was pretty good. I had a good time, man. It was good. My mom made some rolls that were really good. So it's been a good time. So I have talked about what I'm reading, which is Pale Fire by Vladimir Nabokov. I'm probably going to get back to this tonight. I was kind of taking a break. I took a short break from it to finish Vineland because I just wanted to get Vineland over with because that was a really frustrating book. Again, I don't want to spoil too much of my thoughts on it too soon, but yeah, and then hopefully when December shows up, which is friggin' tomorrow, which is insane. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be starting Small Mercies by Dennis Lehane, and I'm hoping to sneak in a couple of books before then. So, what is everyone else reading? Do you have any reading that you're wanting to do before the end of the year? Yeah, he said he's coming back from a punk show, but he'll be on here in a little bit. So, whenever he gets back from that. The Mask of Loki. All right. Norse inspired. I respect that. Oh, Nick Reed's Fantasy. How you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Uh 70 pages left. Oh, that's not bad. R.A. Lafferty's The Devil is Dead. Isn't he one? I think that guy's from Oklahoma, actually. And I think he inspired Neil Gaiman, among others. Very nice. Very nice. I've not read any of the Jay Kristoff books. In all honesty, I don't know if I would like any of the Jay Kristoff books, though I do like Garth Ennis. So, I mean, never say never. Yeah, yeah, I've heard about that movie. I haven't seen it because, I don't know, I'm just kind of jaded with movies at the moment. Though I did rewatch Superman the other night and it's still really good. It's a good movie. Um it's definitely on like the Batman Begins tier of like really good movies. So, of like superhero movies where it's like really good. Could be setting up great things. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. So it's been kind of on a binge there. But like I said earlier, I'm just kind of ready for 2026 to come. I don't know, but you guys, I'm just kind of just riding it out till 2026. Oh shit, what are you reading? Let me go back up here. Oh, you're reading a self-published book by a guy called T. Alex Ratcliffe called Hapless Homesteader. Sounds fun. Oh yes. Uh Sun Eater did end recently, didn't it? I uh I heard about that. I haven't read any of them, so I don't really know. I just know that it's about a guy called Hadrian, and the guy is kind of a drama queen, to be honest with you. He's just a little bit. Just a little bit of a drama queen. But we won't hold it against him. But no, I haven't read any of the Sun Eater books. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Britton, you might like them," and I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. Uh, yeah, I think I actually read one of your reviews. Like you were kind of like, weren't you like bashing it for like its depiction of communism or something? I remember seeing reading somewhere like that. Ah, the Everman reads. How you doing, man? I was actually watching some of your videos the other day. I watched your one about Wonderland. Quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I know a lot of people like William Morris, mostly, or well, maybe not a lot of people. The people who like it, I know of, are Philip Chase and my friend Liam at Liam's Lyceum. So, hello, Chadia, how you doing? Um, yeah, Nick, I made a video actually discussing one of his videos, kind of offering my own views on one of his videos, talking about oh man, it was about why do these booktubers like the same books, and Nick was very kind enough to leave a comment. It was like, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about, which is always nice. But going back to Jerome, didn't you? Yeah, it's a shirt my dad wore back in the day. My dad's a big Jimmy Buffett fan. Um, and he wore it when I was born. As a matter of fact, I don't really wear it. It's just kind of a keepsake at this point. Um, I mean, I like some of Jimmy Buffett's music, so it's good golf music. Believe it or not, it's good golf music. At least my dad likes to play it when we golf, so that's why I always kind of think of. I mean, if anyone has probably brought up Ari Lafferty, is likely God damn it, my brain is failing me today. It's probably Bridger. over at the library later. Yeah, well, I'm generally skeptical of let's say things that are hyped to no end. I mean, Christopher Rocchio seems like a smart guy, so I'm not, saying it's bad or anything. But when I see a bunch of people like gooning over books on BookTube, I'm just kind of like, hmm. I get real suspicious. Maybe suspicious is the wrong word. I get a little. I kind of side eye it. I guess is a better term for it. I don't. Yeah, I haven't read it. I'm not in any hurry to. So yeah. Yeah, I've heard he's inspired by Wolf. I've heard he's inspired by Dune as well. So I mean, it's kind of a given, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, I have a runny nose today. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's weird because like they were kind of underhyped for a long time. Like Janie Wirtz was, I didn't know who she was, and I'd done like research on a lot of fantasy history stuff, and um, and then I've like they're like, oh, Janie Wirtz, and I'm like, I'd never even heard of this person in my life, and yeah, and then I ended up, like, oh, this is what some of her books are. I really haven't read any of her books, though I am hoping to. Um, I am hoping to read To Ride Hell's Chasm in 2026 because I'm going to be reading a bunch of um, I'm going to be reading a bunch of standalone fantasy. So I've been reading. So yeah, because I kind of got burned out on epic fantasy after reading Malazan, and I'm like, ha ha ha. No, yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna chill over here, do my thing. I'm gonna read some standalone fantasy, with the noted exception of a trilogy, which I won't be mentioning. Yeah, Realm of the Elderlings is another one I got to get to. Oh yeah, that's right. You are also kind of. Oh, that's right, Nick. You're also one of the people who have been critical of Empire of Silence, or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. My brain's not braining today. But yeah, I mean, with some exceptions, I'm going to be continuing Discworld, of course, because I've really enjoyed the Discworld books that I'm reading. Well, I enjoyed Men at Arms and Guards, respectively. They were both really really good, and I enjoyed them immensely. So, um, yeah, I've heard that Realm of the Elderlings is a bit it's a bit slow and meandering, which I'm like, I don't really mind that as long as it's like interesting. I mean, the Blade itself, for instance, is just kind of a I mean, the Blade itself is just kind of a book about people just hanging out and doing, life stuff. At least some of it. There is a plot going on, contrary to popular opinion. It's like, no, there's no plot. It's like there is a plot. It's about the fellowship coming together, and it's kind of annoying when people just kind of dismiss it out of hand. I don't know. Anyway, I was looking for something. I mean, my top 10 fantasy has the Dark Star trilogy and Bezleg and the Dark Tower, which not as many people talk about. At least those three series, anyway. Yeah, no problem, Nick. You take care, man. Um, yeah, but I've read. Um, I don't know what I read. Again, my brain is not working today. I would like to read Realm of the Elderlings, though, if not to see what the hype is about. What series would you recommend, Britton? I am trying to read on for every booktuber I like next year. What are you looking for exactly? Because I like a lot of things. Um, uh, what are you reading now, Britton? I am reading Pale Fire right now, and then tomorrow I'm probably going to get started on Small Mercies by Dennis Lehane. So that's what I'm reading right now. Yeah, I think you would like Baz Thornall if you want to try that. At least try Pretty Street Station. Though the Blade itself's a bit more conventional of a story. Also, my sports ball team won last night, so that was good, despite their best efforts to not win the damn thing, which was kind of annoying. But it's kind of where we're at the moment. Oh man, I remember John saying he's reading a book called like Happenstance or something like that. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of where we're at. Hapless homesteader, thank you. Again, my brain is not on 100% at the moment. Okay. Well, you have any plans for next year, Britain? Yes, I do. Yes, I do have plans for next year. I was actually talking about some of them. One of them is I'm going to be reading some standalone fantasy novels because I don't really want to deal with the epic fantasy sagas at the moment because I read Malzahn. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not really. I'm kind of tired of the epics at the moment. I'm going to read something a little more. You can read it, stand alone, be done with it, have a good time with it. Nothing wrong with the epics, by the way. I enjoy my good share of epics, but I just want to read some standalones, with the exception of a trilogy that is much beloved on BookTube. But I'll try not to share too much until I do my most anticipated books of 2026, which will probably be out in January. So we'll see how that goes. Um, yeah. So yeah, I've also hoping to read more science fiction and crime novels next year, so that should be fun. Are you going to read some Zelazny? I don't know when I'm going to read Zelazny, but maybe I'll try Zelazny. No, I definitely want to read Dead House Gates at some point and see if that really sells me on the series, but I'm not really any rush to read Dead House Gates at the moment. So um, you know, never say never is what I'm saying. I will continue Malazan, but I'm not having I don't have any like solid plans yet. So there you go. I know that's I'm actually hoping at some point in the near future, because one of the guys I'm hoping to do this with, I'm hoping to have a conversation about Gardens of the Moon. But one of the guys I'm trying to have a conversation with is dealing with finals for his classes, and it's a real pain in the ass because he's working as a nurse. So, AKA means they're really hard. So I'm just kind of floating in the wind here at the moment. Yeah, man, jeez. I've thought about reading. Damn it, I think it's the last book he ever wrote. Actually, it's a Night in Lonesome October. I know it because um John and Jacob Minton read it recently. So I've wanted to read that for a long time. I just haven't done it yet. Okay. Uh, John, don't do that. He was at a punk concert, but he said he's heading back from that. That was about an hour ago, so he's probably just foraging at his house or whatever. He might show up, he might not. He did express interest in showing up, so you know, not a punk guy, so I don't know how that works. Which is kind of funny because again, I was watching Superman again the other night, and there's that scene where he's like, "Oh, maybe that's a real punk rock," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's maybe." Well, I was just saying that. I mean, if you want to jump in, the link is down below in the I don't fucking know. It's the description. There's a link if you want to join in. What Marvel comics have you read, Britton? Well, I've read a good couple. Read well this year actually I've read Ryan North's Fantastic Four run, which was really good, and Jeff Lemire's Moon Knight, which is also quite good. Um um read a good couple of it. I've read a lot of Daredevil because I'm a big Daredevil guy, a lot of Spider-Man because I like Spider-Man. Some Wolverine. Basically the characters of Marvel that I really like. I'm more of a DC guy, really, if you want to go down to it, which some of you probably already know. I just like the world of DC a lot more. I have a lot more fondness for it. Though I was a watcher of the MCU. That was a big childhood thing for me, and yeah, I've kind of fallen off in recent years, which is unfortunate. But it was nice while it lasted, though. Yeah, just click on the link and no, you could just. I think you could just join in. I mean, it worked for me in the past, so I don't know. If anyone wants to join in, feel free. Um, but yeah, anyway, back to Tharnell's question. I'm more of a DC guy, but I do like some Marvels by Kurt Busiek, who actually wrote Astro City is really really good. It's basically his take on um It's basically like Kingdom Come. It's a little bit like Kingdom Come, except it's Kurt Busiek doing it, so it's more like a day in. It's kind of his lamentation of the not the Silver Age, but kind of early Marvel and the kind of innocence of superheroes before things got darker. Because we all have our angsty uh, adolescence. It happens. But yeah, Marvel's is really good. Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale's color books are quite good. Though I've heard Captain America White isn't that good, so maybe don't read that. But Spider-Man Blue is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite Spider-Man stories of all time. It's one of the best superhero comics I've ever read too. So Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale usually don't miss. So there you go. I actually read for all Superman for all seasons the other night, or not the other night, this year. It was one of those comics I'd never read before, and then I did, and I'm glad I did. It's very good, very touching in some places. But yeah, it's because I did kind of Superman year because I was the new Superman movie was coming out, so I was catching up on some Superman comics I hadn't read. And again, I'm not really a big fan of Superman, but I've grown. I'll put it this way: I've grown to appreciate him more, especially this year. I really grew to appreciate how many good stories there are with Superman, and why he's important. I'm still a Batman guy, Batman forever, but I've grown to respect Superman more as I've grown older. So there you go. No, that is Kingdom Come. I'm sure there are other ones that aren't Kingdom Come, but the one I think you're thinking of is Kingdom Come, which is Mark Waid and Alex Ross. Just freaking. I did a review of it earlier this year. If you guys want to check it out, that's another one that I did for my kind of Superman readathon I was doing before the movie came out. Kind of wish I did more because there were a couple comics I wanted to read that I did not get around to, unfortunately, and it just didn't pan out. But oh well, that's that's where we're at. Oh yeah, Jason Aaron's Thor is very good. I really like Jason Aaron's Thor quite a bit. Also the original Lee Kirby Fantastic Four. That's basically where most modern superhero comics. That's kind of where they get their origin from. Is that because Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, they kind of created the template for all the superhero stories that came afterwards. That isn't like Silver Age, goof stuff. I've wanted to read Jeff Johns' Green Lantern for a long time. Just not gotten around to it. I know it's a shame because I've liked most of the stuff from Jeff Johns that I've read. Like I read his Flashpoint years ago. Really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Also I've always had kind of a soft spot for the Flash, so there's that as well. That's funny. That's also funny you bring that up because I was actually watching a video talking about Green Lantern. Because there's these guys I like to watch called the Comic Lads who talk about comics, mainly superhero stuff. Marvel, DC, and they were talking about how much they enjoyed Hal Jordan and how they feel he's being kind of disrespected as the years have gone on. Which I can't really argue because that Green Lantern movie was not good and deserved a lot better. So, though I did like Michael Clark Duncan as Kilowog. I'm more of a Jon Stewart guy. Speaking, I remember when I saw the Green Lantern movie, just being disappointed that Jon Stewart was not in the movie. I was just like, that is fucking bullshit, man. It was pretty whack, in all honesty. Man, I be that pretty motherfucker, man. I think you're thinking of another Jon Stewart, John. Sadly, he is not the comedian / political commentator of the same name. He's a black dude who wears the Ring of Power and is a massive badass. He was the Green Lantern of the animated stuff, which is still, for my money, the best DC adaptation I have ever seen. And they did it before Marvel. So you should. It's a great show. It's really, really good. I mean, anything that Bruce Timm and Paul Dini and Alan Burnett touched, I mean, with the head DC, real good. Also, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That's a pretty underrated show. Which is kind of Raph, the last I heard from him, he was coming back from a punk rock concert, so he might be jumping in a little later. But yeah, so it's just me right at the moment talking about, well, again, whatever pops to mind. Is Bill Maher really a liberal nowadays? Like he's just a contrarian at the end. Jon Stewart definitely is. I mean, I'm not gonna deny that he's a progressive, at least more. Bill Maher, I don't know. He's kind of gone off in some interesting directions over the years. I've never really liked Bill Maher though. I've always thought he was a douchebag. It's just I never found him funny. I saw him on Joe Rogan the other day talking about why, like, Bill Cosby, he never found Bill Cosby funny, which, like, okay, whatever. But I'm just like, but I don't give a fuck about what you think. Like, I really don't. Even though I'm expressing irritation at at Bill Maher, which I'm like, I don't give a shit. I mean, I agree. I don't think that Bill Maher's it's the same thing with Ricky Gervais. I just don't like his style of comedy. He just comes off more like a douche. I'm like, that's not funny. I mean, that can be funny. I mean, British shows are kind of all about massive douchebags who super egotistical and, are often humiliated because they're, such assholes. But, I don't think that's the case. Because again, I'm just not a fan. I'll just put it this way: I'm not really a fan of Bill Maher all that much. I like Jon Stewart. I think he's a relatively intelligent guy. Maybe not relatively. He's a very intelligent guy, clearly, but he's a smart guy who cares. I think we need more of that. It doesn't really matter what that. I really don't care what the left thinks about anything, even though I'm, constantly mad at them. But no, I don't really like. I like John Oliver as well. I watched him a lot during COVID when I was kind of going through a dark period. So he really helped me out of that. Which this is kind of a sad indictment of journalism, but somehow guys like Jon Stewart and John Oliver are like they use more legitimate, like, journalistic tactics than the actual freaking news. It's insane. And there's a really fun episode of John Oliver where he's actually talking about journalism. It's a really good episode. Where it's still funny, but it's it's very informative. I never got that. He's always I always felt like John Oliver. He kind of ruthlessly mocks himself. Like, can you see Bill Maher, like, making any of the cracks at himself that, like, John Oliver does? I doubt it. He seems like he's way too fucking self-important to do anything like that. Yeah, Matt Walsh is a fucking clown. In all honesty, I'm just kind of like, oh god. I remember my mom was showing me something on, like, Dr. Phil, which is already pretty suspect. I mean, I sometimes like watching. I enjoy my trashy entertainment from time to time. So, I've watched some Dr. Phil from time to time to see all the weird characters he gets on his show. And like Matt Walsh showed up once, and it was like these like trans people, and he's like, "Oh, what is a woman?" He did his "What is a woman" shtick. I just shook my head, and I was like, "This is ridiculous." I mean, for my money, it's like, look, I don't really understand how a lot of this gender stuff works. But if my frame is, if that's how you feel, if that's what gets you through the fucking day, fine, go ahead. It's fucking, it's like, do whatever you got to do, man. Like my parents are always like, are always asking me about this, like about non-binary stuff. I'm like, I don't give up. Like, I don't understand this. But I don't care. Does it affect me in my personal life? No. So who gives a shit? Now, if they're like super obnoxious and about like their pronouns or whatnot, like that's another thing. But and that hasn't actually happened to me, fortunately. I know that's happened to other people, but it's not happened to me. Most of the people I've met who are non-binary are very nice people. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, if that gets you through the fucking day, man, God bless you. Like that. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have you ever heard of Have you ever heard Batman Metal, Farnell? It's pretty funny. It's like Batman's all like, he looks like a balloon, and it's like a balloon person. It's hilarious. It's really funny. Like like you could almost like pop Batman because he's so freaking roided out of his mind. It's insane. I'll have to share that video at some point. But yeah. So it always annoys me when my parents like, oh, they're trying to force it on us. I'm like, how? Like, just just ha- ex- just showing something that exists that just happens to be this thing. Like, is that it? And you know, I don't generally say that though, because I'm like, you know what? There are way more worthy things to argue about than gender stuff. Because well, I'm glad I'm not alone here, because I just, there's just some people out there I just think are just divorced from reality, and I'm not saying this is one side or the other. That's just, I just think on both sides there are some people who are just so committed to what they think, like it sometimes just alienates them. It just sometimes divorces them from reality. You're just kind of like, what are you talking about? You're speaking another language here. I'm just trying to get through my day, which is kind of my problem with I don't want to say radical left, because that makes me sound um like a MAGA, but I find that like real hard left people, one of the problems with like the hard left nowadays, they're really out of touch with the working class. Like they don't really know what the working class wants, which most working class people I've met are generally like normal people who just want to go on with their lives. Like, they don't care about, gender stuff. They don't care about the bourgeois. They just want to get through the day. I'm again speaking from personal experience. Maybe there are, working class people who are genuinely committed to more hard left stuff, which that's fine. Um it's that's just, and they don't want to talk about that. That's the thing. They don't want anyone to mention this, that they're out of touch with the working class, because that's their whole shtick. Like, these working class stick it to the man types. I wish Raph were here. He would probably be able to yeah, I wish Raph were here. He would probably be able to balance me out here. I'm sure he would be able to explain it better than I could, but personally speaking, I don't really understand any of this stuff. But if that's what gets you through the day, like, God bless you, man. I'm not gonna shit on that or be obnoxious and be like, you know, you're a woman. I'm not gonna do that, because it's insensitive. I get that. I try to be wary of that stuff. I'm not, Not a jerk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous people get so worked up over this stuff. I'm like, there are more important things to get angry about. Like, I get that, like, LGBT people are not there's still a long way to go. I understand that, but it's like, dude, this whole thing is just it's nonsense. Maybe nonsense is a bit mean, but like this a lot of this is just like it's nothing. It's like, does this really matter? Will this matter in not only 5 years, but 5 minutes? The answer is probably no. Again, I am a straight white dude, so I don't know what I'm just going off of my personal experience here. Um, so if anyone wants to pipe in and express their thoughts, or tell me that I'm wrong, you can feel free to. I did once ask my therapist, though. I was in therapy once. I'm just like, so, and it was very innocent. Like, she didn't get mad at me. She was very patient with me. But I asked her, I'm just kind of like, so, like, how does that work? Like, how does like this non-binary, like like, how does that work? And she just kind of was like, well, do you feel like a dude? I just kind of thought about it for a minute. I guess I never really gave it a lot of thought. And I was just like, yeah. And she's like, well, okay, there you go. That's how it's like. That's what it's like. I'm just like, damn, you know? So I don't know. I don't know. Again, I probably shouldn't talk about this, but this is the show. Hey, you come in dressing whatever you want, Ida. We're not, I don't discriminate here. Just as long as you're not, as long as you're like not naked or sharing any weird shit, doing any weird stuff, just don't do anything that's weird and you'll be fine. Just don't be a jerk. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, no, I'm just kind of, I wish Raph were here. He'd be able to bounce me out a bit. Yeah, sorry about that, Demodrak. I know. Do you guys miss DeBoer over there? I know DeBoer is over at Alabama now, which we beat them a few weeks ago, which was pretty awesome. That was a great win. I'll admit though, Demodrak, I'm kind of shocked that we ended up making it to the playoffs, considering how ass our offense has been playing the last few weeks. They've not been great. And yesterday, again, I have no idea how we pulled that one out because good God, we were terrible on offense there for a minute. But John Mayer, or not John Mayer, John Mateer was like, I'm just gonna pull this one out, and that's what he did. I'm just like, okay, that's where we're at. I don't know. And then it's like I was literally texting a friend of mine. I just got a text back from him, and he's like, I'm just like, I'm just like, I did somehow we're in the playoffs. I don't know how it happened, but we're there. And he just says, "Congrats!" He just told me, "Congrats!" Though I'll be watching the playoffs, hoping everyone loses. Yeah, he's a Texas fan, so we're always talking shit to each other. Anyway, I don't know what. But yeah, no, I'm just kind of. Yeah, it was a freaking doozy, man. Like it was a doozy. Oh man. How was my Thanksgiving? Well, I did talk about this earlier, but it went well. I'll just say that it went well. No one fought. There weren't any like political debates. It was quite nice. My uncle made some uh, rib made some ribeye, which was quite good. So thank you to my uncle. Probably he won't watch this. Um He was actually pleasant most of the time, which was kind of a surprise. It was a Thanksgiving miracle. Is what I was telling some friends of mine the other day. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be saying that. I get a little too candid sometimes here on this show. Like sometimes my mom watches this and she's like, "Oh, are you talking to the guy that you usually talk to?" I'm like, "Well, he's coming back from a show he was at, so I'm not sure yet." Hello, Kale, how you doing? So we'll see how that goes. And she's like, "Oh, okay." So I haven't listened to a lot of Tom Waits. I know he's like a great songwriter, but it's like again, it's like the voice. I can't really get behind that. Like for my ears, it has to like sound good, Though I do like some Bob Dylan. At least reading him, reading his lyrics is quite good. Once upon a time, I felt so mad. I mean, you can be weird, but not like too weird. It's like I don't really, just don't do anything inappropriate. That's what I'm trying to say. Not, you can be weird, but like don't be inappropriate. Muse of Joanna. I quite like the times they are changing personally. I played some of the Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy. It was pretty good actually. It wasn't terrible. I mean, they were kind of pulling from like the James Gunn movies, but it was it was Telltale, so it was a lot of fun. Though they do kind of just get rid of Thanos in the first like 5 minutes of the game, and you're just like, what? Okay, well, that happened. Oh, we got ourselves a guest. Got ourselves a guest here. You know her, you love her. It's Ida. Hello, Ida. You're sideways.
I'm sideways. I don't know how not to be sideways. I guess I should move my phone, maybe. Does that work?
Oh, there you go. Now you're right side up. now you're right.
Does my phone stay there though? I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, fabulous.
The action shooter. Yeah, no, I haven't played that one yet. I need to play that one at some point. I haven't been playing a lot of games recently, as I've been saying. Yeah. Yeah. No, Raf's
Is
yeah,
Raf
Raf
here?
it's like, yeah, Raf went down the
Oh.
punk show, changed his name to Ida, came back. We're here now.
Yeah, sorry, I thought Raf was there. I joined because you looked lonely. So if Raf shows up now, then I can go.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I will try not to be weird. Was that weird? Did
No,
I say
you're
something
fine.
weird already?
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
But how are you doing, Ida? What are you doing at the moment?
I am drinking tea. That was a little too hot. I was trying to drink it for something to do with my hands so that stop shaking. I don't do a lot of live things, so I might be weird. Sorry. I'm
No,
being
that's
weird again.
fair.
Sorry.
That's
You
fair.
can cut me off if I'm just too weird.
No. You're okay. You're doing okay. Just just kind of we have on everybody here. At least try to. Yeah, it takes practice to do these type of shows. No, a little hungover. Damn. He's just like, I went on a bender last night. Yeah, I don't drink that much. Last time I drank, it was actually when my friends, the Mittens, did they released their book Discovery, which is a pretty good book, by the way. You guys should check it out. But they released their book, and I'm like, I'm gonna have some whiskey for the occasion. I drank like a little, not a shot glass, but it was like a little glass, and I drank it all, and it kind of hit me a little bit. I'm like, damn, I am kind of.
Did you like it though?
I do, but it's just like, I'm like, damn, like I'm kind of a lightweight with this stuff. Well, that's that's fair. I actually went to there's a jazz center in Edmond. I went there a few weeks ago for a school thing, and I'd been there before because I'd sang there. And it was for like a literary event, so it was like a bunch of like reading poetry, very arty stuff. I imagine it's just I was just kind of sitting there, not really into spoken word poetry, but you know what? I'll deal with it. There was also some music. How was your friend's jazz quartet, Dimitri?
I'm thinking I should drink instead, then I'd talk more. I'm sober. I have never been on a live sober before.
Oh, well, that's nice to know.
Well, at least I'm not weird, right?
Well, I remember I did a podcast with some friends of mine, and we were doing the Snyder cut because I don't really love Zack Snyder's movies, so I just started drinking. It's right after I turned 21, so I was like, all right. So I was drinking some whiskey, and I just got real drunk, and we couldn't finish the movie because I was kind of toasted. I freaking hate I Don't Mean a Thing. It's like a bastardization of jazz music at this point. He did so. But yeah, I'd like to go down there for like a jazz night or something, but I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. I don't know who's playing. Yeah, my high school choir, I did. Yeah, I did. It's not something I'll probably do again because it's freaking stressful, man. Believe it or not. You'd think like, oh, you're just sitting in class like singing for an hour. It's like, yeah, but then you have to like go do other things when you like rise up in the ranks. I'm like, I don't want to freaking do that. Also, the people. Oh man,
Do you
like
get
there were
paid
some
for
nice.
it though?
Yeah, no, it's always those like people who are like gonna go on The Voice or something. I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing this shit.
Well, you're singing for free in a choir. In a
Yeah,
church
my
choir,
parents were
you
always
get
like,
paid.
"Oh, these opportunities." And I'm just like, it's like, oh, it is what it is. Like,
No.
there was one
I used to
time.
sing in a church, like in the choir. We got like it was back in like the early 2000s. We got like £2 to sit in the church on a Sunday, 2 hours, and sing whenever there was songs on. It was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, here's a story some people probably like. I remember we would wear these suits, black suits we would wear, and she made us, and our choir teacher would make us wear them, black socks, everything. And one day we were taking a photo of the choir basically, and I couldn't find the black socks, so I was just kind of like, well, fuck it. I'll just wear my regular white socks, and if I'm sure the teacher won't notice, right? Famous last words, but surely she won't notice, right? So I get up there, take the photos. Apparently, the guy who's taking the photo was the dad of one of the people in my choir. She was actually pretty cool, by the way. I actually liked her. She was cool. But anyway, her dad was taking photos of us for fucking, I don't know what it was for. I forget now. But the teacher yells out in front of the class. She's like, Britton Summers, are you wearing white socks? I was like, fuck me. Are you kidding me? And I was just kind of, I just shut my mouth and let her say what she was going to say. And later on, I went to the photographer. I'm like, yo, man, sorry about that. If you had to if that messes up the photo or whatever. He's like, it's fine. I can just edit it on, Photoshop or whatever. I'm like, oh, sweet. It's just that I told that to my parents and they love it. They love that story. My mom, especially, she's just, that lady went to Russia. That's crazy. Hope it was cold. Do you still sing well? I'd say so. I don't do it so much now. I'm kind of, I've thought about sharing some videos of when I've sang in the past, but I just haven't done it yet. Maybe someday.
Do you sing karaoke?
I have done karaoke. I had to drink a little bit for that, but yeah, I've done karaoke. And it was, it was really, yeah, but it's just, again, it's like high school choir, man. It can be stressful. Especially, and like I was in the jazz choir because I'm like, oh, I like jazz, whatever. She basically made us sing a bunch of standards, which, not bad. I like standards. That's always true. Though I do think I can sing well. Another kind of fun story is like I could never read the music. I can't read music. So what I would do is I would just listen to how everyone else around me was singing and I would just copy it. So I listened by ear, basically. I still don't know to this day if the teachers knew that I couldn't read the music. Maybe they did. They just didn't care because I was pretty good at mimicking everyone else. But yeah, it was something. I was kind of terrified. I was kind of terrified they'd find out and like kick me out or something. Even though they probably wouldn't be able to do that. But But yeah, no, I can't read music. I've tried. I'm just like, I can't fucking do, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what this is. What are these notes? And again, I just listen to everyone else, be like, oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't know that about you, Tharnell. I'm just, yeah, I just can, I can do it by ear, which I don't know how. Not many of my family members are very musical. My cousins are, funnily enough. I don't know. I don't know how, but we're here. What's another story you guys might like? There was one time, it was actually during Christmas, where how you doing, K2? We were doing a thing where we were going around to nursing homes and singing for old people. We were singing Christmas carols for old people. We had to bring sweaters that day, and I forgot, so I had to call my mom and ask her to bring one for me. That was a stressful afternoon. It's probably why I have gray hairs now at this point, guys. I was always the guy who was kind of the klutz, I guess, of the group, the choir group.
You have grey hairs?
Yes, I do. Yeah, right. And you
It's
probably
not
can't see
fair.
it. I know. Yeah, it's
That
from
is
my.
your
I
wife.
blame my dad because he has white hair. I'm like, oh, Frick.
I'm praying for my wisdom to appear in my hair. Bit of grey.
I'd get wisdom teeth though.
I'm old enough.
So I kind of lucked out there. But yeah, no, I'm not. Oh yeah, is Evie still going? Again, I've never really gotten the appeal of reading sprints. I just feel real self-conscious about watching people read, and also people watching me read. It just feels weird to me. All right, playing Uncharted. I tried playing Uncharted 2 like a long time ago, and I just didn't get it, and I just stopped playing it. I would love to play them properly at some point because I know they remastered them some years ago. Alex's internet is apparently dead, so he will not be joining us. Very sad. Press F in the chat. If you get that reference, by the way. I mean, anyone in the audience. Again, I am reading Pale Fire by Dennis Lehane, or not Dennis Lehane. This is Vladimir Nabokov. I am hoping to read Small Mercies by Dennis Lehane. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm reading this. Nearly finished. It does not have a lot of Loki in it at all, which is disappointing.
Why is it called Mask of Loki then?
I don't know. It doesn't have a mask in it either. Not yet. There's 70 pages left. It will make sense in 70 pages, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's structured very strangely. It jumps like at 1,000 years in time. And it says on the back something that only happened like a page ago. And I thought, that's weird. Why do they spoil things in the blurb?
Yeah, did you hear that Islington's book is getting adapted, or like one of them's getting adapted? I don't know which book it is that's getting adapted, but one of his books is getting adapted. The guy who wrote Will the Many. I think his name's Islington or Islington. I don't know how it's pronounced.
I've heard mixed reviews. Well, I've mostly heard bad reviews for that one. Well, or the new one.
Yeah, I've heard real mixed things. I've had friends who've liked it, and then some other people are like, "Yeah, it's kind of whack." I don't really. John says you're a lovely person, Ida. So there you go. Compliment of the day.
Oh, there. I got you fooled. Sorry, was that weird? Sorry, I'm being weird.
No.
At least I'm not being naked, and I'm not being a jerk, according to John. I'm not being weird though. I'm trying hard, Britton.
I probably shouldn't have said it like that, but whatever. It's fine. We're not, we don't judge people on here usually.
I hear meowing.
I was supposed to say it's not my cat, because my cat is not in the general vicinity. My IRL friend loved it, so I am reading it for him. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, sometimes that's kind of why I ended up reading Malzahn, because a bunch of my friends are like, oh my god, it's so good. And I'm like, all right, I'll read it. And I read Gardens of the Moon. I'm like, what is this? It's a pretty wild book. Ida, you like Malzahn, don't you?
I love Malzahn. It's here. Oh, this is my Malzahn shelf. It's 2 layers.
Did you read the new Malzahn book?
I've read all the Malzahn books.
Oh, well, I mean, like the newest one that came out. I think it's
this one. Yeah. I started that when it came out. Yeah, and finished it in a few days. It's good. I think you should read Dead House Gate.
Yeah, it's kind of my that's kind of my thing. It's kind of my thing, Demidrek. I'm trying to kind of tone down the fantasy, even though I'm going to be reading a good amount of fantasy in 2026. I'm going to be reading a lot of standalones. What do you mean? I might have read it wrong. Can you read it?
Malisan, you didn't like it enough, and we're not okay with it.
Okay, well that's
We're joking. We're joking. But I feel like it's you should know. Like when I first read Gardens of the Moon, I didn't really like it that much. I was forced by real life people to pick the next one up, and I thought, okay, I'll struggle through, and because people were telling me I had to, and I didn't really like Melisande until Dead House Gates. Gardens of the Moon is a bit. It's not a terrible book, but it makes a lot more sense once you've read the rest of the series. You should read that House Gates before you give up, definitely.
Yeah, no, I remember Raph saying that there's like a scene in the first in Gardens that just kind of foreshadows the whole plot of the whole series. I'm like, oh, I wonder what that is. And he's like, it's not going to be apparent until this much. You're this much into the book. I'm like, oh my god. Damn. So you got some pretty hefty books to read there. You know, I read Vineland. I'm just like, Jesus, man, that's a lot. So good luck with Gravity's Rainbow. I think Raph's actually going to be rereading that for like a book club. He was telling me about it the other day. So I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. I've usually heard it's the other way around. I've heard it's usually Dead House that kind of sells people. Did you like Vineland? I thought it's a very interesting book because there's a lot of stuff I really liked in it, but it was kind of frustrating too because it's like the story of the book is not really the story of the book. It's kind of like a long hangover after events in the past. It's really weird. I haven't read Infinite Jest either, so there you go. I kind of struggle with like postmodern books, if you could tell. Unless it's like, I don't know, so it's like Watchmen. I get Watchmen's technically postmodern, but you know.
I just discovered something really cool at Revenge. I just discovered something really cool at Revenge of my local comic.
Oh, what are you doing? Stop it. I mean, you know, it depends. I think both styles can be done well. Yeah, Ian from Right Conscious, he's an interesting guy. I'll just say that he'd be a bit eccentric at times. I watched his video where he said, "Oh, this is why Harold Bloom liked or hates Lord of the Rings," even though I've heard the exact opposite, that he actually liked Lord of the Rings. So I don't know. I'm like, I think that Ian has succumbed to the clickbait. Yeah, Terra Ignata is one of those books I'd like to try at some point. Maybe I'll see if I can fit it into 2026, but I have no idea. Because again, I'm trying to like read a bunch of science fiction and crime stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
On my list as well, Terra Ignota.
Yeah, I'll just like as a just shameless clickbait, I'll be like, this shit blows Christopher Rocchio out of the water and just rage bait everybody. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I liked his McCarthy content. He's been very helpful there. It's again, I do think he's a bit clickbaity at times. Like he's like I'll put it this way, like he's found his shtick and he's kind of running with it, which I think can kind of hold you back a little bit because then you kind of don't experiment so much because you found something that works. You're like, oh man, that's the nice thing about my channel. I can just kind of do whatever I want because you know I don't have like a shtick. At least I don't think I have a shtick. Maybe I do, but I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not saying he isn't. He's you know, he also likes American Gods, which I appreciate. Even though Neil Gaiman is, as the kids like to say, hella sus at the moment. Hard to. Yeah. Yeah, it's I want to make more James Ellroy videos. I think that would be fun. He made one about why Ellroy disliked Cormac McCarthy, which I think is hilarious because I think they're actually quite similar in style and in like themes. They play with a lot of the same themes, just in different ways. So I just find it kind of funny that he doesn't like McCarthy so much. If I recall, he was like thrown off by the I think he was thrown off by the lack of punctuation. He's like, what the hell? Well, one, Darnell, I've already read Hellboy. Well, the main Hellboy stuff. I've already read that. I just haven't read like BPRD or the other like spin-off Hellboy yet. I haven't read that. But I know I need to read Neverwhere. I actually own it. I have it over here. I just haven't read it. And you know. It's kind of like I also want to read Anansi Boys, you know? I don't know. Well, I'm kind of a weird outlier. I'm not entirely anti AI. Like I don't think it's entirely a bad thing. I think it just depends on how people use it. Like if people use it to like write books for them, like yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Don't do that, John. Don't ask them. That is offensive.
Well, your dad has whack reading taste because both of those books are fantastic. So I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm sure your dad's a very loving man. But sure he likes a lot of really good books. Yeah, well, Demodrex, since you're reading a lot of like weird postmodern books, if you want to read another one that's not as long as Infinite Jester, Gravity's Rainbow, Hellfire is only like 315 pages, and it's pretty freaking weird so far because it's a book about a guy who is doing like fake literary criticism over a fake poem. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. But I think you would like it. Vladimir Nabokov of Lolita fame. Now, if Philip Chase were here, he would probably say, no, AI is absolutely whack. I'm not going to be doing that because AI is
AI is absolutely whack.
AI is not cash money, as the kids like to say.
And do not ask an author if they use AI because it's offensive. They've worked really hard on that, and you're just telling them that a machine could have done it, and it's not okay. It's not okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, if you ask like a writer that,
I've seen people talking about it, to
block
be
you.
honest.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm sick of hearing about AI in any context now. Can we just pretend that it's not there? It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really as kind of not maybe wary isn't the right word, but I'm not quite as I'm not quite as dismissive of AI as some other people. I do think we're gonna have to deal with the fact, like, yeah, this is a thing now. Like, people are gonna be using this.
Not writers with respect to themselves. They're not going to be using it. No, I don't think they are.
Nah, I doubt it. Actually, some writers I've known, or not known, but some writers I know of, like Michael Chabon, they like sued somebody over using AI for their work or something. It was pretty crazy.
I mean, writing is not a way to make a lot of money. So you'd imagine everyone who does it They do it because
I
they
mean,
enjoy
unless
it.
you want to write like
Or
romantic
like,
tripe.
I mean, maybe if you were like enjoying putting things into a computer and doing computer things instead, then maybe you would use AI, but you're not a writer. Oh, it's a powerful tool. It can do things, but it can't do writing. I mean, obviously it can put words together, but not anything that is worth reading.
Yeah,
And also, as a writer, not anything is worth writing because you're not writing it. So you're like, I don't know. I don't write to sell books anyway. Like, so
yeah,
like using
it can
AI
slap
would
words
defeat
together.
the whole point of writing in the first place because I don't really like computers.
Yeah, AI is just kind of it's a weird thing. Raph, if he ever shows up here, Raph is saying he's trying to make a video about AI. So now
Oh, he's made two already, hasn't he?
well, he did do a video already, but he said he's gonna make another one. So place your bets now, everybody. Which one's coming out first? The Mormon video or the AI, the second AI video?
Is he still doing the Mormon video?
As far as I know, he is.
I've given up hope on that one.
It's like which
I'll
one's
have to
coming
be
out?
ignorant about Mormonism forever.
Which one's coming out first? The Winds of Winter or Raph's Mormon video? He's just kind of shaking his head like, God damn.
Not holding my breath for either.
Oh yeah. No, it's my. I want the freaking third. I want the third Dark Star book. That's what I want. That's what I'm waiting for.
I want the third Carcamus.
Like Marlon James, I will pay you all the money to get me the read that the write that book and fucking put it out there in the world. I need another. Yeah, that's what Raph's doing for Christmas, isn't it? I might have to find that on like Project Gutenberg or something. I don't know is what I'm saying. I have other books I'm hoping to complete before the end of the year, so we'll see. I kind of try to be structured with these things.
Is Raph coming?
I don't know.
He is. He is online on Discord. Text him.
He'll be like, "Hey, Raph, you should show up here," and he'll be
Come
like,
and
"Oh
save
no."
us. Otherwise, Britton will just sit there and hum. So do his humming thing. Sorry, you can hum. It's okay.
No,
But he wasn't criticizing your
I'm
humming.
trying to think of other things to talk about at the moment. I mean, we've kind of gone over the AI stuff.
I'm drinking now, so that means talking will be easier for me.
Well, that's
I'm very
good.
shy.
Also, I would like the third Dark Star book to come out so that Raph can finally fucking read the damn thing, the whole trilogy, because I've been telling him to read it for a long time. And he's like, I gotta wait for the third book, bro. I'm like, fuck. So yeah.
Pie?
What?
The one you're waiting for? What was it called?
It's called Dark Star.
By who?
Marlon James is who it's by. Black Leopard, Red Wolf. Here, I'll just pull it out here.
Oh, is that a series?
Yes, it's gonna be a trilogy. It's 2 books right now, but you can read them
Should I read it?
if you want. So it's this book right here, and this book.
What's the sequel called?
Moonwish Spider King.
I can find the first one for £3.50. Moonwitch Spider King I can find for £7.30. That's a basket. That doesn't mean I'm buying it.
No, he did read a
Kind of
book I
right.
recommended him the other day called The Ballad of Black Tom, and he liked it. So this is fantastic.
I like some books that you like, Britton.
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't know if that's my favorite Victor Laval book. That's probably The Devil in Silver. That's a really good one. But Ballad of Black Tom is good. Oh no, are the Seahawks losing? Because don't you like the Seahawks? Aren't the Seahawks doing well? Like that's a weird thing. That's not the wildest thing that Aida has said on a stream. I remember
Did I
once.
say something wild? What did I say?
No, not like on this stream. I just mean like in the comments. You were once talking about like you were like hanging out with your cats while like smoking a doobie. I'm like that. Okay, that's weird.
Oh no, I
Okay.
don't smoke.
There's like nothing wrong with that, but I was just kind of like, all right. I think it's because we were talking about drugs. Maybe it's on Raph's channel. We were talking about like drugs or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah.
I haven't smoked for over 2 months. I'm good. I'm
That's
good.
good.
I still like to. I probably will over Christmas, and then I'll tell myself I can just have a smoke at Christmas and then stop again. But it probably won't go like that. So yeah, Christmas is dangerous. I'm alright with drinking. I don't drink that often, but I don't smoke. It's even true for once. I would say that even if it wasn't so.
Yeah, I don't smoke either. I have though, and I've only been high once in my life, and that was feels like I was floating. Yeah, I prefer college as well. I feel like NFL has just gotten worse over the years. It's like the teams are just bad at this point. Like they're not even trying to play good football anymore. It's just pitiful to watch. Like the good games are like a dime a dozen, and you're just like, ugh.
Oh, my cat never wants to sit with me.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who like doing edibles, and I'm just like, that's great and all. I'm just not a edible guy, I guess. Then it also just makes me think of the Daniel Green situation again. So I don't really want to rehash all that because I've already kind of explained my views on that a few times. So
Daniel who?
nobody.
Never heard of
Redacted, man. I don't know if you're quite as wild as John. John said some pretty wild things on in the comments before. So he's like, I'm smoking I think once he commented on one of these streams, he was talking about like he was like eating cookies while like smoking weed. I'm like, that's nice, I guess. All right. I don't know if I need to know about that, but thanks for letting us know.
That's hardly wild, though. It's legal even where you are, isn't it?
Yeah, no, weed is legal out
It's
here.
not here.
At
It's not
least
here.
I
Not
think
yet.
it is.
They're gonna have to legalize it. They'll need something else to tax. So, but for now, no, we're not to smoke weed. So, which I don't. I'm never do anything illegal ever.
Well, as long as you don't do any like Kevin Spacey shenanigans while you're drunk, John, you're fine. But that was kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about? I think he did say like I was drinking. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, what? Like, why are you talking about this? Yeah, no, it's maybe I'll try Michael Connolly. I have a good friend on BookTube. His name's Josh. Also known as Red Fury Books, who really likes Michael Connolly. It's super. Yeah, you're in like Washington. Like Washington's like marijuana city. Like over there in Oregon. It's like, yeah, smoke some marijuana.
I would say I want to go over there, but I don't think they're letting foreigners in, are they?
Yeah, America's weird right now. I mean, it's always been weird, but it's especially weird right now.
Oh, my cat's thinking about climbing the Christmas tree. No, he can't. He's too big. He used to when he was little.
You know, I've thought about trying psychedelics in the past. I just haven't had the opportunity.
Psychedelics are legal too, are they?
Are they? I don't know if they are.
I don't think so. You've been thinking about breaking the law, Britton.
I know. I'm such a bad boy. I don't think I have any JD Vance memes. I've seen them on my phone, but I don't have any on me. They did. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, you know, acid's kind of spooky. Oh, yes, always. You know, the other day actually last night I was hanging out with a friend of mine and we were watching a show together. And he's like, I think you would be the escape driver. And I'm just like, what? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I hope not. I don't think I'm that good of a driver, but thank you. It's really, yeah, you know, it's fine. I mean, I'm fine with like, you know, drugs that don't like cause serious harm. Like, you know, I'm not like pro heroin or anything. I don't think most people want heroin to be legal though. So I won't preach to the choir on that. Unless
any
Democrats
drug
like,
can cause serious harm. Like if you would say eat some mushrooms once, you're probably going to be all right, but there's still a risk with that once, and then you might really really like it, and that's the major risk because like if you really really like it, you might eat mushrooms for dinner every day for the rest of your life.
well, I'm not going to do that.
I mean, you'd probably still be fine, but you wouldn't really like function.
or like
really
cocaine, you
fit
know.
into this here system that we all have to like attempt to function within. Oh no, cocaine will help you fit into that. So I've heard.
I like how Democrats like, I've done cocaine. I'm like, that's nice, I guess. I had a friend of mine who did cocaine once. And
It's hideously addictive. Don't do it. You might like it.
I don't. I'm not planning. That's why I'm staying away from that stuff. I don't want to freaking try it. Because
I was dumb enough to try it, but I luckily didn't like it at all. If I would have been in trouble.
I only like it. If I like it, we're in trouble. Because, oh, man. I mean, I drink caffeine. That's technically a drug. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess that works out. I don't know. I just feel like weed is like it's like the a soft drug, you know. It's where like all the kids, smoking weed.
Well, it's legal, so
It's also legal too.
it
Yeah,
must be
yeah.
okay, right?
It's
Well, not
mostly
here, but
decriminalized out here.
anywhere
Yeah.
civilized. I didn't mean that.
Unless you like run into like a federal guy for whatever reason, they might arrest you for it. But if you're in like
Really? So it's not
Oklahoma and you're
legal.
pulled over
That's
by the local
confusing.
cops. I like how we talk. We're just, man. I didn't. So what? You like bad cocaine mean like you feel like a high like for like a minute and then you're just like, this sucks. Like you go home and sleep. Yeah, it's funny. My friend Josh and I've talked with him before about reading. I like to visualize when I'm reading. So he's like, oh, so you like hallucinating when you read? And I'm just like, yeah, I do. I didn't really think of it like that, but sure, if you wanna call it that. He's like, yeah. So there you go. I know he's asking Demidrek, but I have not tried crack. Don't want to. Oh man, what does this turn into?
Me neither.
I mean, don't do drugs, kids. I mean, unless it's like psychedelics, maybe then do drugs, but don't do drugs. I mean, I'm not trying meth anytime soon. Are you kidding me? This meth is pretty crazy. It's from what I've heard. I've seen photos of people who have you ever seen like photos of people who like before they started taking meth and then like after they take meth and they look all screwed up? Yeah, I'm like, I don't want that to happen.
It's not just meth that does that, though. Loads of things could do that. Like try having children.
Yeah, well,
Before and after photos going to be similar.
I like Demidrek's like he's like someone who's time traveled from the 50s. He listens to jazz music and like does drugs. And it's like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, this guy's the thing. I mean, not heroin, because a lot of those jazz guys really like heroin for whatever reason. Oh. Yeah, I don't. I remember watching an interview with Garth Ennis once where he was going like, well, they say that weed makes you creative, but I don't see it. So I stopped. I think I got better. I'm like, oh, that's good to know. I haven't actually seen Blue Velvet, but I've seen like Dennis Hopper running around with that little like what is that, a breathing mask? And I'm like, what is even in that? Do I even want to know? He's just like breathing it in every like 5 minutes. I like how you say like it just doesn't sound interesting to you. Like it's not that like oh, I don't want to like wreck my life by using heroin or anything like that. It's like, nah, just not my thing. That's so funny. Oh man. Yeah, no, I don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Well, Yeah, there was one friend of my family and I won't say his name for like privacy reasons, but he would do drugs, and him and his wife got divorced, and they were having a custody battle over their kid. So this crazy bastard, what he did when she accused him of doing drugs, he literally shaved his whole body so they wouldn't be able to get like a hair sample off of him so they could prove he was doing drugs. I'm just like, that's ridiculous. That is insane. Wait, are you kidding me? And they're like, nope. I'm like, jeez, man, it's crazy.
Surely that didn't work for him.
I don't know. Apparently it did because they didn't do anything. They got joint custody of the kids. So I mean, I guess it worked out for them. But yeah, no. Yeah, it was just apparently he did stop drinking recently, which everyone was kind of like, whoa, okay. He's doing good though. I saw him a few months ago. We were eating at my grandmother and I were eating at a diner, and there he was. We're like, oh, hello there. So yeah. Gonna make good food too. It's kind of crazy though. He's always like, yeah, he's kind of weird. I don't know. I should stop saying that. But yeah, he was a character, we'll just say. But yeah, just like imagine doing that. Like if you're having like a custody battle and you just shave your whole body. That's just fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, that's true. For some reason, it's legal and weed is not. Weed is less. You can make the argument that weed is less dangerous. I don't know if I'd agree with that argument, but one could make it and probably make it well.
Well, it's less likely to make you violent.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, or having like a breakdown, just like
It might make you break down if you don't have it, if you're used to it.
Yeah, or you wake up the next morning, you're like, where the fuck, what happened? If you're drinking that much, you're like, yes, this is bad. We gotta stop this. The thing is though, I don't think alcohol is all that cool anymore. Like who freaking drinks anymore? Like not a lot of people. Or well, it's not popular in my generation. Like a lot of us are like, like smoking weed. Like smoking weed's the cool thing now. Like you don't go to like the bar anymore and get like a beer.
Oh, in the UK, people do, yeah.
Well, I know pubbing culture is a lot different in like Europe than it is in America.
You do just go and drink.
In America, our idea of having a good time is just smoking weed or watching Netflix or something.
Got banned from a pub once just for smoking weed in there, which I thought was a bit harsh.
Yes. Oh, that's crazy. What country is that? I'm curious what national anthem is a drinking song. That's pretty cool. Is it England? Well, I don't know if God Save the Queen is a drinking song. I don't know. It's
Any song can be a drinking song.
Slovenia. Jeez, I'm getting people from all over the place. Like Tharnal's from frickin' Romania, and now I got somebody from Slovenia. This is fantastic. I always think of this drinking songs from The Lord of the Rings. Apparently basketball's pretty it's a parliamentary republic. Okay, very nice. There's a whole language. Damn. They used to put children to sleep without. Oh man, that's. Oh man, at least we're not. Jeez.
But now they
Oh,
just use cowpole, which is not that different.
I was going to say, I don't know if they do that in America. Maybe back in the day they did.
Oh,
But
they've done that. Like they've done that in Denmark. Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I've never put my kids to sleep with alcohol, but yeah, that's what the older people will suggest that as if you need advice from them. Yeah, it was widespread in the olden days.
well, yeah, back then in like the 1800s, like that was all people could drink because the water was bad. You kept getting cholera. You're like, fuck that. Just gonna drink beer all day. Then prohibition happened, and they're like, we should ban alcohol. And then they're like, that was a bad idea. We should not do that. Let's reverse it. Which is why I don't think the government should try and legislate morality, whatever you want to call it, because generally turns out really bad for everybody. Jeez. Jeez, Eastern Europe's pretty freaking wild from the sounds of it. Well, 60 years ago, I guess that makes sense. I see people doing that in like Russia, like just like get there you go, and then give them a drink, and then they just pass out. I never could get into vodka. It tastes disgusting. Oh shit! Did Steve really meet Johnny Rotten? Let me see here. Oh shit! He really did. Awesome. Yeah, I've heard like vodka and like oranges and vodka go well, but I'm like, I don't know, because I'm really freaking terrible. I'm just not. I'm not drinking that. I've drank it straight before. Oh man, I don't know how people in Russia handle it. They're a tougher breed than us Americans. I'll just say that. I don't know if is that kind of racist. I don't know. I hope not. I wouldn't think so. They seem like a hard people. That's all I'm getting at. Now, if you mix like whiskey with, Diet Coke, that's not bad. That's not bad. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm the same way. I just don't. I don't. It's just I don't drink all that much. That's probably why.
Still sleepy, Britton. I don't think Rapper's going to show up, is he?
Probably not. No, from the sounds of it, probably not. It's okay. Probably needs a rest after his time.
Have you ever been to a casino, Britton?
Oh yeah, I've been there with my parents a couple times because my parents sometimes are like, my parents recently, like, we'll go on like a road trip somewhere and they'll be like, let's stop by this casino real quick, and I'm just like, why? And they're like, just take your phone, it'll be fine. I'm just like, okay. So it smells like cigarette smoke in there generally because they let you smoke in casinos.
They're allowed to smoke indoors.
Yeah,
That's outrageous.
I know, it's kind of weird because it's like,
Unheard of.
Not all of them. The one I went to was on the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas. So, and there's one that's like right outside Norman where we've been to. I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty much, yeah. It depends on the state. I mean, a lot of casinos are owned by Native Americans, so what are you gonna do?
What does that mean on the reservations? Are they like along the roads?
No, a reservation is like a place where Native Americans lived because America was like, we don't know what to do with all these people. Here's a piece of land. Go away. And very badly
And then they build
explaining that.
casinos on it.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh yeah, well we'll just build casinos here and we'll make money because fuck you guys. And they're like, okay, fine. It's become kind of popular over the years.
Because you not drink when you go to a casino.
I mean, my parents get to drink. I only drink like Diet Coke when I'm over there. So I'm like, I don't really drink all that much. Again, it's like my generation, like alcohol is not cool anymore. Like you're all like, I don't know.
That's good. I'll consider that progress.
Or at least it's not where my At least I don't think the ones I've been to are Native American owned. Maybe they are because again I'm in Oklahoma. That's Native American country, so who knows? But I don't think so. I'll have to ask my parents when I'm done here. No, the only time I kind of felt like crap after drinking one night mainly it was because my friends and I stayed out till like 5 a.m, hanging out at this other dude's house, and then I got an Uber home, and I was pretty drunk by that point, and I just went to sleep and woke up next morning. I wasn't hungover, but I felt like crap the whole day. So there you go, if that counts. It was weird because like we were basically bar hopping, and it was like about 3 a.m. I'm just like, I want to go home because I've passed my fucking bedtime, and guy didn't get around till like 4 a.m. I'm just like, oh, and I didn't get back home till like 5 a.m. because we were downtown. I live like 40 minutes away. I was like, oh my god, this is bad. So yeah, no, and then next day I'm just sitting in my office just being like, ugh, because I was tired. And my dad walks in, he's like, oh, so you pulled an all-nighter, did you? And I was like, God damn it. Yeah. I was like, come on. So yeah, it was funny later. I asked another friend of mine because we went to this dude's house. His name was actually, I won't say his name for like privacy reasons because he's a cool guy, but yeah, he let us hang out in his apartment for like an hour, and we were just kind of sitting around drinking. And the dude who was supposed to drive us home just had like a meltdown, and he left. So we're like, okay, we're stuck here. And and he offered one of my friends to like bang because it's just like, okay, that's all right. I was like, well, okay, well, if you said no.
Not sure that's legal.
What?
Like, not sure that's legal. Was she conscious?
Well, she wasn't drunk. I was pretty. It wasn't like he was offering me. He wasn't propositioning me. Even though for some reason a lot of gay guys like me for whatever reason. I'm just like, dude, I'm not gay. I'm sorry. I don't know why you're attracted to me.
I mean, you got to try it once to know for sure. No?
We've given it some thought, and I'm like, well, I've only ever been attracted to women, so I mean, I don't know. It's who knows.
Yeah, but you can't know for sure. Like, if it's just social conditioning, like, unless you try it once, and then you'll know for sure.
Yeah, I'll just go on Grinder and be like, hey, just need a big, strong man. I'm just being facetious. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, people are starting to leave, so I am probably going to start wrapping this up a bit earlier than usual. Because again, I'm kind of tired, so I'm just gonna
Because
chill
Ralph
for the
never
rest of
showed
the day.
up.
What?
Because Ralph never showed up, and it is late here. It's not. It's like 20 to 10 here.
But
That's
anyway,
late. Ish. Is that late? What time are people supposed to go to bed?
I usually go to bed, and I go to bed pretty late. So I mean, 8 o'clock in the evening is pretty early for me. But I mean, I generally think of late as like 10, 11, 12.
Seems to be late now. It feels late. It's dark. It's been dark for a long time.
It's darkening over here as well, so usually is. It's cold outside today. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And Ida, thank you for joining in on here, hanging out for a little while.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well,
Was actually weird.
no, you were fine.
Phew. I never know. I have no clue how people are supposed to behave themselves.
Yeah, pretty much, Dimmadrick, yeah. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna be heading off, so take care, everyone. And